Hey everyone, Carl and Erynn here, and it's banjo time. I'm in an open A tuning, and we're going to do an A tune as a result. Going to do a wonderful West Virginia tune from Wilson Douglas Fiddling, Camp Chase. A lot of people love this tune, and you'll see why when we play it. It's fun on the banjo. It's great on the fiddle.
It's really fun to back up on the guitar because it's crooked.
Oh, there we go.
So I think it's kind of a fun tune.
All right, well, let's give it a go. So Camp Chase in the key of A. Here we go. Beautiful. All right, thank you, Erynn.
You're
Camp
welcome.
Chase. All right, so
One of the great tunes.
thanks for the guitar backup. Great job. And we'll explore that. I think you'll find it's not as tricky. The fiddle has more notes. We're doing a little less notes, but that's the banjo's prerogative. And so we're doing that, which is a good thing. And the fiddle has a lot more little lead-in notes, diddly-dee, 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 that kind of stuff. And we're leaving out some of the diddlies. So the chords. Let's just look at the chords for a second too, because I always like to think about playing the backup is a good thing. And so really in the key of I'm in an open A tuning. So your tuning checkpoints, of course, is the 5th fret 1st string for your open string, 2nd string. You're going to get it on the 3rd fret to check your 1st string, 4th fret 3rd string to check the 2nd, 5th fret on the 4th to check the 3rd. So that's always good, and I tweak that a little bit as I go. Sometimes that 5th string wants to slide down a little bit. So for the backup, we have just looking at the basic chords. You have an A chord for 2 measures, and then you have a D, or since we're A, it's an E7 chord. If you're thinking in G, it'd be G and D7. So it's a 2-finger. You do that for a couple measures. I'm just hitting the main bass for a second. 3rd string for A, 2 more measures. Then you have a C shape, which is a D chord, 1 measure, and the E back to A. So the first time through, and you repeat it. Second time through, you're going to have a half a measure to get you into that kind of crooked second part. So Jeff, if I was doing just a backup, I'd just do like maybe alternate bass, like 3 and 4 for that open A chord. Then the E7 chord, maybe 4 and 3. Back to the A. Maybe get up to that C shape. That'd be the first part. Start again. You can do walks. Gonna get up to that C shape. First part, and then when it gets in the second part, chord-wise, you got a lot more A. Just da da ba do do ba dee ba dee ba boom. Has a little 2-beat measure there at the end of the first phrase. Then you have that A D to E, which is a C shape to that D7 kind of shape. If you're thinking in G still. Back to A, open. Then you get up to that C shape. 2 beats, measure right there. So you have a little extra C shape. Then it's going to be an F shape if you're thinking in G, but it's just your flat 7 chord. It's a G chord sound. And you have A, So the second part sounds like this. Down, bum, bum, dee, ba, dee, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, dee, da, do, boo, dee, ba, dee. And the melody works pretty good for the backup. Okay, so just think about playing the backup some, and I think you'll have fun weaving in and out of those. The melody and backup's always good. And if you play in a session, one reason it's nice to be able to do that, if you're playing in a session where you have more than one banjo, some people say, oh, that's not fun to have two banjos. It's great if you can go back and forth, like they play the melody, you do the backup, and a lot of players will do that. They'll just notice, okay, they're playing the melody, I'll do the backup. Same thing for mandolin players, it works really good. And of course, both playing the melody and both playing backup sounds great too. You have a lot of possibilities. Don't rule out anything, because a lot of times the things you rule out would have been a lot of fun. So here we go. So here's the melody of the first part. We're featuring that 5th fret, and it's going to be that 5th fret just as a whole, one beat, and then you're going to take off and have the 1st and 5th string. So it's just that. Let's just do that a couple times. Just practice that a few times, because you're going to get that kind of pattern. You're going to have a fretted note and an open string. So 5, then open with the 1st string and the 5th string. Do it again. So our first phrase is really going to be that, 5, open, 5, open, 5. So let's do that for a few times. 1, 2, here we go. Let's do that again. Sounds pretty good to me. One more time. And I'm using my middle finger for the 1st string and my index for the 2nd inside string. So you can do it all with just one finger and a thumb if you like to. Now what happens, we have a little phrase that the fiddle does. We're going to get a little more of the fiddling notes in here. It's going to be the open 1st string, and the 1st fret 2nd string is a drop thumb. And then you're going to have your index get the 2nd string open. So let's just try that a few times. So I got my middle finger, thumb drops to the 2nd string, 1st fret on the 2nd string, and open 2nd string. So remember that what I call a crossover lick is where you get 2 different fingers on the same string, so you can get 2 notes on the same string, which is a little tricky in clawhammer style. So when we have 2 notes on the same string, a lot of times you'll use 2 different fingers, that crossover lick. So it's middle thumb, a drop thumb, and index. Okay, so listen, I tag that on what we have, that 5, open, 5, open. And then we're going to just add that 1st and 5th string. I'll do that now. That'll be our first lick there. So I'll do a little slower. Let's try that. That's our first phrase, and that's our A phrase in the first part. 1, 2, here we go. Drop thumb. One more time, go. Drop thumb. Time. And that's how I had the 5th string hit again. Sometimes you can keep that 5th string just going on the upbeats more or less. People like Wade Ward did a lot of the thumb string. As many thumbs. I think he had 2 thumbs on each hand. It was a little bit amazing, really. So let's do it one more time. The first phrase in A. 1, 2, here we go. Now we're going to get into the same ballpark, but we're going to go up just the same fretted note and open string, the 7th fret. And this is going to give us an E chord sound. So, and the same drop thumb in it. And I don't even think I had the 5th string after. You could put the 5th string after. So just try that once. 7th fret, 1, 2, the 7th fret. 7, open, crossover lick, and the 1st string. And you could hit the 5th string there. I'm going to do those together. You're really going to go back to the A phrase again with a little modification. So let's just do those phrases back and forth one time. Half of the first part. So 1, 2, the 5th fret. A phrase. 7. 5th. Just practice that a few times. Crossover. 7. One more time. The A phrase, use 5th. And the E phrase uses 7. This time you're going to go 5. And then I added a little more banjo pull-off on that last 5. And then instead of doing the 1st fret, I just did the the crossover lick with the open string, which I think the fiddle does that. Sometimes an old-time fiddler does a lot of the same notes, and you don't even realize it because they got so much bow stuff happening. You get dazzled, and they're doing the same notes. So that we're going to go. So it's going to be that. So it's just the open first and the second string twice with that crossover, and then we're going to get our ending phrase. So the ending phrase, I'll go ahead and give you that. It's going to be our C shape, which is a D chord. You know, getting that, and you're just picking the second string, and then the first string, which is the second fret, and then we're going to get a nice little hammer open string to the second fret hammer on the first string. Then we're going to have that crossover lick again. So let's just try that one time. Hammer open 2. Then you're going to get the first string open. I'm using my middle finger, and that's first finger, first fret, second string, drop thumb, and the index crossover. Okay, and then the last little phrase, I'll go ahead and give you the whole ending there. You're going to have an open 4 hammer on the third. Then you're going to get 2 and pull off, open, put it back down to 2. And your thumb gets to drop again. So listen to that whole little ending lick from the little D chord. Beautiful. I'll do that a few times. 1, 2, the C chord shape, the D chord sound. Open 4, 2 open 2, drop thumb, third string again. And I think I did something different there. And again, that's the kind of thing, the ending phrase, I think a lot of times I heard Wilson do something like so all kind of different. A lot of different things. In this particular case, I'm following what the fiddles did, and Erynn was doing that right there, right? So that's what we're going to do. So listen to the whole first part with that ending added in there, and remember that third time around on the 5th fret note has that the same, the open second string instead of that first fret open. So here's the whole first part. And the second time around, we're going to have a shorter ending to get to the second part. So here we go. Whole first part, nice and slow. 1, 2, 5 on the first string. 5 open. Drop thumb. 7 open. Back to that 5. Pull off. There's the ending phrase. Keep going, repeat. It's all good. 7 open, E phrase. Pull off. Ending phrase. Pull off. Okay, that was the first ending. Second time around, you just go just that much, and you're into the second part. So let's go ahead and look at the second part. I think you'll find that first part fun to play and not too tricky once you get that crossover lick going good. And if your left hand pull-offs and slides and hammers, you want to work on that. You can make up exercises for that, as I've done in the past. The second part has a little more kind of syncopation where the phrases go a little slower in a way. So it's going to be the first string. So I'm kind of doing it like that. You could do more stuff in there, but I put kind of the way the melody went. So it's the first string, and you go 1, 2, and you hit the 5th string. 1, so you can think 1, wait, 2, wait, 3. So you just kind of wait for that thumb, and it kind of works. So if you just think wait, it works. 1, wait, 2, wait, 3. Then we have an ending phrase. 4 pull off, 4 open, pull off on third. 2 open. I'll do that first phrase of the second part a few times. So you just get used to that syncopated wait there. Syncopate rhymes with wait. So 1, wait, 2, wait, 3. Ending phrase. Let's do that a couple times. 1, a little slower. 2, here we go. 1, wait, 2, wait, 3. Ending phrase. Got just 2 beats there, and it goes into the next phrase. So I've got it written in the tab as a 2-beat phrase at the end. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, second part, start. 1, wait, 2, wait, 3. Ending, 2 beats. Now you're going to to do sort of the same thing. I put a slide to a tuning checkpoint from 2 to 3. And again, you got that same weight. And we get to do our D chord or C-shaped phrase out of G, but your first and second finger. And go to your E shape, 2 fingers. Okay, so that's going to be... Okay, and we're going to keep going just to kind of get this going. We can try the whole second part. Then you got the same kind of thing again. We're sliding, and you're going to wait longer this time. 1, 2, 3. So it's even a longer wait. So 1, 2, 3. 2 and 3. So 2, 3. So 2, 3. You got that 5, 1, 5, second, third. One more time. That's the trickiest part, but it's really the coolest part. And that's where the fiddlers do a lot of different things. So you got to kind of see what they're doing. You might modify if they're doing something different to go with their rhythm. But that's what I kind of heard. 2, 3, second and third. Then it's going to go pull off 2 open, second string to your D chord there, the 2-finger D, and you're going to stay there twice. So that's and some versions. They just do it once and go right to our bluesy kind of chord there, your G sound, which is the first fret, second, and third fret, either with your little or third finger. It's going to go 3, back to that D shape. Then we're in the same ending we did in the first part, so we already got that. So we just about got it with that whole ending. So listen to the whole second part with those weights. And I think once you get the weights, it's going to be pretty easy, but really fun when you play it with a fiddler. So here's the whole second part, and I'll see if I can get it right. I'm chasing how to play Camp Chase right now. So 1, 2, 3, I'm waiting. Wait longer. Stay there. Bluesy. Ending. It goes right back into it. Wait. Second part. Longer. Stay there. Repeat. Right ends it. D, 2, and E. Wait longer. Did a little different ending there, and again, the endings are where you could vary that. What you might do is try about 3 or 4 endings there. They're kind of like having your puzzle pieces, and your ending. You got about maybe a tray of 10 endings. You could use all of those at different times. So what I have in the tab is just the same thing we did in the first part, which was remember that. But I know Wilson does stuff like so. You can do all kinds of, and into that second fret. So make a few endings up, to vary it a little bit. I think you'll find that's a great tune, though. A lot of fun to play, and just getting that, just a fretted note and an open string with the right hand clicking along at a very steady beat. Sounds great. And of course, fiddlers can play this pretty peppy sometimes. They're throwing a lot more notes in there, so I think we got the easy part in a way, but we make them sound good. So enjoy Camp Chase, and check out some of Wilson Douglas fiddling if you had never done that, because he did a lot of great tunes. Was a really great fiddler. All right, take care.